Every morning we woke up to fresh coffee with the eggs, 24 karat gold steak with the bread crumb. I mean, we've been eating for free all week and haven't seen a chef once.
Brian ended this round with loopy to reference the drowsy feeling from the lean he be using at times, right? So tonight, if we gonna talk about the legend of Sleepy Hollow, it's gotta start with a horseman losing his mind.
Louisiana baby. Or I can hit him with tear gas, leave Louisiana baby. And I'ma do it all by my lonely like Louisiana baby. And where they gonna find the body? In Louisiana baby.
We spent a good portion of the last season doing rankings and listed documents some historical things that occurred in the 2010s and the current decade. In the same spirit, I came up with an idea that takes the time to highlight the battles that not only created amazing legacies for their careers, but also helped build, innovate, and establish advancement on the league. In this video, we're connecting battle rap to basketball tenfold by creating an all-time starting five for each major league: RBE, URL, Queen of the Ring, and King of the Dot. While I was heavily considering to add Grind Time, Smack DVD, and Don't Flop, and a couple other leagues in the production, I quickly realized how complicated and drawn out the series may be. I want to give each league and movement the proper time and just due. For now, I want to stick with these four, and I'll do my best to return to the others sometime next season. In constructing the starting five for each league, we consider what the artists contributed to the league, the accolades they have, the resume they have, the impact they have, and their track record on the league as well too. Small note, we will refrain from having a battler in multiple starting fives as we are trying to emulate a real starting five for each league. However, we acknowledge that there are some battlers that have a genuine case in being a starter on multiple. Before we get on to this production, I just want to note that all the legends that were prominent in the Smack DVD era will get their just due in the starting five next season. While I understand that URL is an extension of Smack, I want to focus exclusively on the URL work. Also, while laying the foundation is extremely important and plays a role in impact and contributions, it isn't the end-all be-all when we're discussing the starting five for URL. Lastly, there will be a lot more talk about views in comparison to other videos due to the incredible things these artists have achieved in the YouTube world. This does not mean that this is the only measurement when discussing a spot in the five. Thank you. As the sixth man for URL, we have none other than DNA. This man has contributed to the progression of multiple leagues, including King of the Dot, Grind Time, and Don't Flop. However, URL is where DNA made his presence most felt with a world-class resume and many feats to highlight. His URL resume includes Big T, Tsu Surf, Young Ill, X Factor, Ines, K-Shine, Chilla Jones, B Magic, Ill Will, Tay Roc, Chess, Sirius Jones, Briz Rothstein, Rum Nitty, O-Red, JC, New Jersey Twerk, Mickey Fax, Danny Myers, Bill Collector, A-Verb, Vixen the Assassin, Geechi Gotti, Av, B-Dot, Real Sick, Hollow the Don, Official, KCJ, and Jerry West. And then when you talk about the 2-on-2 format, you have the Foot Soldiers, Jada Nightwing and Rum Nitty, the Monstars, Cake Life, EFB, and Gun Title. DNA was a part of a lot of firsts. The first prominent 2-on-2 in the league, a part of the first 2-on-2 oriented card with double impact, a part of the first Rookies vs. Vets card, and was on the first Gnome and Summer Madness early on. I can also mention him being the first BET prize winner and being one of the first people to truly embrace the gatekeeper role and take on so many newcomers consistently. A true trailblazer in every sense of the word. But other feats stick out as well. He has one of the biggest moments in battle rap history against Ill Will, has an amazing track record on the volumes, and has one of the best 2-on-2 battles ever versus EFB. He's also gotten better over time, making multiple Cody appearances primarily with his work on URL. With over 30 URL battles, he has 18 platinum battles. He's one of the most important figures on the brand and deserves a great deal of credit when you discuss the success of URL for over the past decade. The first starter we have is Charlie Clips. Early on in URL's rise, there were a few guys that could be considered the top dogs of the league, and Charlie Clips is for sure one of the first ones. While the story is impressive, the actual work and impact is just as grand when you're talking about his 14 years of work on the league. His resume includes A-Verb, X Factor, Big T, Sirius Jones, B Magic, Young Ill, Tsu Surf, Tay Roc, T-Rex, T-Top, Hollow the Don, Loaded Lux, Shotgun Suge, Rum Nitty, Ill Will, Av, Briz Rothstein, New Jersey Twerk, K-Shine, Couture, Geechi Gotti, Chess, JC in a rematch, B-Dot, Lou Castro, Yoshi, Calico, Danny in a rematch, Jazz the Rapper, and Chef Trez. And his 2-on-2 2-on-2 work includes Big T and Saga, Arsenal and Suge, and Hitman and John the Don. The dominance that Clips showed on the league was unprecedented. His long-awaited debut on the league was against Averb on the first SM, and he garnered one of the most notable body bags of his career. He followed that up with an extremely entertaining one-rounder with X Factor, a known clash with Big T in Chicago, and Serious Jones on SM2. Things started to really pick up when he garnered another dominant win over Tsu Surf on the Firstborn Legacy, and went on to have one of the best years of his career. In 2014, he gave us two classic showings on the brand, with the all-time rematch versus Tay Roc and the all-time body bag versus T-Rex. The latter was the most important, with a lot of people considering him to be the best battler in the world because of the dominance he showed against top tier competition. While the flame died down a little bit, preceding the Hollow the Don and Lord Lux plates consecutively, I might add, he still gave you more key wins against Shotgun Suge, JC, Briss Rothstein, Chess, and Yoshi. I also would like to mention the great clash he had with New Jersey Twerk in his first volume appearance, a masterclass performance against Lou Castro, and two Cody appearances that were heavily predicated on some of his URL work. He has some of the most impactful battles on the brand and some of the most important wins. The numbers are also insane when you really look at it. All 23 of his URL battles on YouTube are platinum, and out of the 120 million views he has in his career, 70 million of them were garnered on URL with a 3 million average. When you talk about Clips and his legacy on URL, you cannot fail to mention the various cards he's headlined, the views he brought to the platform, the classic moments he gave them over the years, and his prime that helped URL gain major exposure during most of the 2010s. While Rum Nitty was a late addition to the URL family, he has still had quite the impact on the league and many contributions to highlight. His resume includes Steams, Chess, Danger Zone, Av, Charlie Clips, Ill Will, Tay Roc, Chef Trez, JC, DNA, Iron Solomon, John the Don, Tsu Surf, Briss Rothstein, Geechi Gotti, New Jersey Twerk, Shotgun Suge, T-Top, K-Shine, The Saga, Chilla Jones, Big T, B-Dot, Jerry West, Cortez, C3, Redalis, Holmesy the God, Serious Jones, Hollow the Don, T-Rex, Lou Castro, Danny Myers, Swamp, Bill Collector, Fonz, Souffleur Soul, Kid Slade, Ace Amin, Loaded Lux, Vixen the Assassin, Real Sick, and Eunice. And you can talk about his 2-on-2 work against NYB, EFB, DNA and Don Marino, and Tay Roc and Geechi Gotti. While the Phoenix native built up quite a presence and resume on the King of the Dot brand, he looked to expand his profile on URL and worked overtime to gain that respect. After his excellent PG showing against teams in 2015, he would go on a collision course with other talents like Chess and Danger Zone. But what really sparked his jump in profile was his game-changing battle with Av. That battle still sits as one of the best battles in URL history and in the culture in general. And that isn't the only battle that could be considered classic or borderline classic in his catalog. You also have to mention Iron Solomon vs. Nitty, an all-time volume battle, the Ill Will battle that's a cult classic to many, the T-Top battle, the battle with Shine, the 2-on-2 with the FB, the U-on-3 finals with Geechi, and the era-defining battle with Fonz, and New Jersey Twerk battle that was on its way to being an all-time classic battle before the skirmish. You also have to mention the instant classic he recently had with Loaded Lux, which is also one of the most impactful battles of the decade so far. In between those amazing back and forths, you have times where he showcases his dominance against Charlie Clips, DNA, Chef Trez, Cortez, Lou Castro, Shotgun Suge, and Rex. He's probably given URL some of the best footage they can ask for against all tiers of talent. Then you can also throw in him headlining multiple gnomes, being on several SMs, playing a major role in making the volume's premier event in the culture, and making UM3 one of the most renowned tourneys in battle rap, with him and Geechi sharing one of the most impactful moments in the final. And for him not having as much time as his URL counterparts, he has still posted some good numbers on YouTube, with 13 of his 24 battles being platinum on the league. On top of this, he has 29 million views and a million view average on URL as well. He's excelled both in the YouTube era and the Caffeine era, and he's also had great work exclusively on the URL app. And quite frankly, some of the greatest lines you think of from Nitty come from his work on this league. MOP Your Ante Up, Coming Down With Something, Beat Murder 2, Souvenirs 22-2s, and many more. Geechi Gotti became a star, champion, and legend with his work on the URL brand. From the PGs to now, he's given the culture a lot of gems and pushed the culture forward in a variety of ways. His resume includes Louise, Stewie Newton, Av, JC, T-Top, K-Shine, Shotgun Suge, Arsenal, Rum Nitty, John the Don, Big T, Tsu Surf, Ill Will, Chess, O-Red, Tay Roc, New Jersey Twerk, Chilla Jones, A-Verb, Charlie Clips, Goods, DNA, Math Hoffa, Swamp, Calico, KCJ, Loaded Lux, Mike P, Jazz the Rapper, Hollow the Don, Murder Mook, Serious Jones, J Mills, Jada Nightwing, Fonz, and Hustle. And his 2-on-2s include NWX, Misfit and Cortez, Easy, and Tay Roc, and Rum Nitty and Twerk. Immediately, you can see that Geechi has one of the best resumes on URL, but the number of exceptional battles he has on his resume is what's most impressive. He has good battles with T-Top, DNA, K-Shine, Arsenal, Ill Will, Old Red, Goods, Calico, and Chilla Jones. He has dominant showings against New Jersey Twerk, Big T, Shotgun Shook, Loaded Lux, Mike P, KCJ, Sirius Jones, and Jay Mills, and excellent battles against NWX, Tsu Surf, Tay Roc, Rum Nitty in both outings, Av, JC, and Chess. The Surf battle particularly is one of the best battles in Gnome history and one of the best big stage battles in battle rap. He also became the first battler to get Tsu Surf, Tay Roc, and Arsenal in the same year in 2019, along with him being the only person to battle Hollow the Don and Murder Mook in the same year in 2022. Another major feat of his is him being the official champion of UM3 and getting a legacy-defining win over Lux preceding the tournament. I can't forget to mention his legendary third rounds he has on the league, along with his legendary first round against Tay Roc, which is arguably one of the best rounds in battle rap history. With 11 of his 17 YouTube battles going platinum, him having over 29 million views and a 1.7 million view average on the brand, he posts substantial numbers to be considered one of the top guys in the league. Similar to his West Coast counterpart, he has excelled on YouTube, Caffeine, and on the URL app, having the most reactions out of any battler in the league. Geechi Gotti is the most decorated battler on the league with 3 Cody belts to prove it, and he's the fastest rising talent the brand has ever seen. It's no question he's a starter. Tsu Surf is for sure a product of the URL factory, as he proudly whips the URL flag whenever someone discusses his allegiance. In his journey to becoming one of the greatest stars, he has helped URL become one of the biggest leagues. Surf's resume includes Young Ill, DNA, X Factor, K-Shine, Big T, Bricks Belvy, Conceited, Hollow the Don, Charlie Clips, Hitman Holla, Tay Roc, T-Top, Rum Nitty, Geechi Gotti, Redalas, Loaded Lux, 40 Bars, John Jonadon, Calico, New Jersey Twerk, Cortez, JC, and the 2-on-2s against NWX. Tsu Surf became a fan favorite early on, with him debuting in the classic battle against Young Ill. A year after his battle against DNA, he had an explosive outing against X Factor that features an incredible first round. This carries over into a classic with K-Shine and a classic with Big T to cap off one of his best years of his career. He continues this momentum with a dominant body bag over Bricks, a classic battle with Conceited, and an extremely debatable battle with Hollow the Don. And the classics don't stop there, as it gives you an all-time classic with Hitman, the highest view battle on URL, a solid main event with Tay Roc, and a legendary performance against NWX in the 2-on-2. Then you can also mention a great battle with T-Top, a classic with Geechi Gotti, and a dominant 5-battle winning streak before he took his time away from the culture. Surf has modeled his career in a quality over quantity format and has paid dividends in views, great footage, and his profile as an artist. Similar to a couple of artists we mentioned before, he's a part of a lot of firsts and a lot of main events. He was on the first Gnome, first SM, and headlined the first Born Legacy. And he also has the first ever Diamond battle in URL. He's been the main event for 3 Gnomes, 2 SMs, and arguably won all 4 of his SM outings against K-Shine, Hitman Holla, John Jonadon, and JC. When the lights are on bright, he puts people in seats and he delivers. As a person that sparked a culture-wide dialogue about views and status, it's no surprise that Surf is box office and of a higher inch line when you mention the numbers. Out of his 17-year-old battles that hit YouTube, 15 of them are platinum, and he's garnered over 54 million views. He also maintains an average of 3 million per battle, and that makes up 93% of his overall views. The 93% makes up one of the highest percentages on the league. URL has a good collection of ambassadors, and Tsu Surf may be one of their best and most notable ones. This will be the shortest one because there's not really a need for a discussion. He has the best resume on URL, one of the best collection of battles, and the longevity that many others do not possess. The most consistent on the brand and the biggest battle rapper on the brand view-wise. A lot of Tay Roc's career-defining moments can be found on this league. The seatbelt bar, Emmett Till will, anonym and synonyms, before the shot, after the shot, shell cases, so I turn my head. I can go on and on. He has classics with Clips, Daylight, New Jersey Twerk, Calico, Hollow the Don, Chess, Loaded Hollows, and great performances against Ill Will, B Magic, JC, DNA, Briss Rothstein, Chilla Jones, T-Top, and Murder Mook. Main evented 4 Gnomes, 5 SMs, and was on 11 Gnomes and 10 SMs total. And lastly, of his 31 URL battles on YouTube, 25 of them are platinum, and he's garnered 76 million views with an average of 2.5 million on the brand. Simply put, Tay Roc is URL.
Y'all see me still freestyling. Y'all see me still freestyling, saying he wildin' too. You mentioned games, now you stretched on the cover. Streets Volume 2. What? I am a movie. This is me.
It's just a different dot, but let's switch the plot. Now I'm in his baby mom's house. I'm about to get the top. She gonna lick the cop. Old school dance. I show her the snake, and then I get the wop. This nigga not.
Now the second our waist, we can take this shit down to the wire, like electrical tape, leave you brain dead, comatose for several days. People asking where everything healthy at? A vegetable state.
This a vet versus a rookie. Talking about him out of captain of the Crips. Nah, that title probably go to Raymond Washington or Tookie. Then he got Boris about honey packs. I didn't get it, cause I don't usually need nothing extra for no pussies. Hey, come on, you know what I do.
Had a family lighting candles like Hanukkah, I'll body you. What's your life like? I shot you. Hooked to machines, he'll be breathing with a monitor. His new nickname gonna be J Electronica.
I am whooping him. The grave's open for a box to put in. Kick the door. You end up getting more than shot in Brooklyn. You get thrown in the oven while your mama looking. So not only can she see, but she can what rock is cooking.